Heather, and this is the 22nd episode of the Canton Cover-Up, the Commonwealth versus Karen Reed, and also the Commonwealth versus Aiden Turtleboy Carney. So, and the Canton Nine, and Janelle, the dispatcher. I don't know her last name, sorry, but they talk about her all the time on the shows that I watch with Turtle Boy and the Glare. Janelle, I can't remember her last name, but she is the dispatcher who looked up license plate of the license plates for Jennifer McCabe and Liz Proctor. Was it Liz Proctor? Or no, at Liz Proctor and Michael Proctor's home. Jennifer McCabe was there, and somebody else I can't remember now. But anyways, so that is the case that we are covering, and this episode is going to be rather short. Usually, my episodes are an hour to 2 hours long on this case, but we've already gone through at length the buffer zone in another episode. So, this is in reference to the buffer zone, and Judge Cannone did put in an order on the 4th, which was was it the 4th or the 3rd? Let's look. Okay, yeah, it was the 4th of last Thursday. So, yeah, they had their hearing on Thursday, and then later in the day, she must have issued it like late in the day. So, what did she say? So basically, before we dive in, the Commonwealth wants a buffer zone. As you probably are aware, there are protesters out. I don't want to say protesters, let's say supporters. Karen Reed supporters who are out there with their Free Karen Reed signs and their clothes and their water bottles, the dogs who have the coats that say Free Karen Reed, all the works. They're out there for every hearing, every time, no matter the weather, and they do a great job bringing more and more attention to this case, which is needed. Now this is national and international. People internationally are starting to catch on to the story because it's so interesting. If you don't know the case, go back to episode 1 and watch all of them. This case is just, as it unfolds, you just think it can't get worse, and it does. So anyways, this order was issued on the 4th, ordered that no individual may demonstrate in any manner, including carrying signs or placards, within 200 feet of the courthouse complex during trial unless otherwise ordered by this court. So she is banning demonstrations in any manner with any signs, any placards within 200 feet of the courthouse, which is way beyond her jurisdiction to do. And why she doesn't just block off the back entrance and have the jurors come in that way, and maybe even ban demonstrating on jury selection days, but instead she's just banning demonstrations for 200 feet around the courthouse, which, if you can see from this, originally the Commonwealth wanted 1,000 feet, so that would have been way more. It would have been the whole map covered and beyond. But so if this is the center of the courthouse, about 200 feet still is rather large and covers a significant portion of non-court owned property, which I don't believe they have a jurisdiction as to whether you are allowed to protest on property that isn't the courthouse. I could totally see banning in the courtrooms any kind of clothing because that's what they normally do. You don't want to prejudice the jury to think, if everybody's got these like blue ribbons on for the victim and the case, whoever it is, as an example, then everyone's going to start seeing these ribbons and going, oh, that's for so-and-so, and all these people are supporters, so obviously, it makes them sympathetic to those people. So it just is what it is. All right, so no clothing, well, that's another issue, but so no demonstrations within 200 feet of the courthouse complex during trial. So Aiden Carney brought up on his live stream the other night that it says during trial, not before, not after, not during breaks, but during trial. So I wonder if there's a loophole in this, but I hope she doesn't notice and change it. All right, so this complex includes the Norfolk Superior Courthouse building and the parking area behind the Norfolk County Registry of Deeds building. So basically, she's like, yeah, whatever you want, Commonwealth, except I'm just not going to give you your 1,000 feet. I'm going to give you your 200. Individuals are prohibited from using audio enhancing devices while protesting. What does that mean? Audio enhancing devices while protesting. Like, you're not supposed to use a camera, or so you're not supposed to protest, but then individuals are prohibited from using audio devices while protesting. So are you allowed to protest or what? Like, she's contradicting herself. Do you see? You may not demonstrate, but then while protesting, use devices that don't do that. She's, yeah, leaving it very odd. Oddly worded. All right, so next, it is further ordered that no individuals will be permitted to wear or exhibit any buttons, photographs, clothing, or insignia related to the case pending against the defendant or relating to any trial participant in the courthouse during the trial. So I kind of get that. Like I said, a lot of courtrooms ban, pins, buttons, all that stuff during the trial itself, and I'm okay with that. It's outside the courthouse that I really have a problem with because she has no jurisdiction over it. Anyways, law enforcement officers who are testifying or are members of an audience are also prohibited from wearing their department issued uniforms or any police emblems in the courthouse. So that is basically in reference to the fact that there are no cops showing up at these hearings in support of John, and no Boston police officers, no Canton police officers, nobody. So why is that? Why is nobody showing up for the officers? So in order to bypass those rumors, that people in order to bypass rules that people, if people are talking like, well, why aren't there cops? Because usually cops do come when there's a fallen officer. They come to the hearings and all that. They come to support. But in this case, no one's coming, and it's a question why. So it makes you wonder. And in order to avoid questions and rumors about why no one's coming, they want to just ban officer uniforms altogether because it helps them cover their asses, in my opinion. They don't want people asking, why aren't cops why aren't cops here? So if you would like to tell Judge Beverly Cannone, since she is a public figure, how you feel about her unconstitutional and unprecedented 200-foot ban around the Norfolk County District Courthouse, you can write her. I could not find an email address. If anybody does have her email address and would like to share it with the group, please comment, and I'll pin it, and I'll make it, underneath. I'll put it in the comments below so that other people can access her email. I tried. I couldn't find it. However, if you want to use snail mail, you can email her at the John Adams Courthouse. Attention, Beverly Cannone, 1 Pemberton Square, Suite 2500, Boston, Massachusetts, 02108. And that is how you can get a hold of her if you want to. I'm sure she has an email address. It wasn't made public. It wasn't on the public website for the courthouse, so I can't help you there. think that's the end of my slide. Yeah. So really, like I said, this was a short episode. I just wanted to let you guys know, because it's an update basically on, I'll put in the description and link it to this video, the other video where we actually did go through the buffer zone. And then we also, in addition to the buffer zone, we read through the people's response to that, to objecting to the buffer zone, and also the ACLU put forth an amicus curiae. That's how you say it, amicus curiae, which is basically just like, here's a little pamphlet of information, judge, before you make your decision. This is the Constitution. These are other rulings that have been made in the past when it comes to this particular issue, and here, we're just giving you the information. So she says she read it. She says she read the filing from the citizens as well, even though she didn't give Mark Randazza a chance to speak at the hearing. But at this point now, as far as that goes, I know they're going to, I believe, appeal this. So more money has been raised for Mark Randazza, like in record-breaking time, because this is atrocious what they're doing to these people. And all these people want to come and do is support Karen and make her not feel so alone when she's in there. And they can't really do that. And they have a right to do that. They have a right to boo Jen McCabe as she walks into the courthouse. They have a right to do these things. And the fact that Judge Bev is taking that away from them and saying, oh, this is for the defendant, it's totally a bunch of BS. She absolutely just wants to shut people up. She doesn't want the protesting anymore at the courthouse. And this is an illegal statute to begin with, a statute that they are weaponizing against the people because they don't like the message that the people are saying. And it is just outright atrocious, in my opinion. So if you have an opinion on it, maybe you might like to write to Judge Bev. Maybe she'd like to hear your opinion on it too. So with that, I will let you guys go. I know, I'm sorry, this is just a short one, but I wanted to make sure that you guys had the updated information, and we'll just keep going from here. And I know we'll get some more filings on this because they are appealing, and it's gonna probably go to the Supreme Court. So that's probably where they are headed at this point, and I really hope that they can do something about the illegal statute in the first place that the Commonwealth is using to weaponize against people and try to shut them up. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And if you have any suggestions for other cases that you would like me to work on, especially wrongful convictions, cover-ups, anything that you have suggestions for, recommendations, I would love to hear them. Please contact me at crimeandcourtchannel@gmail.com, or you can even just comment under this video below. But if you want to have a private conversation, email me. And I would love to feature you on my show. So, or at least, whatever your recommendations are. If you have a story, your own personal story, that would be awesome too. We can feature you here. So, with that, thanks again and take care. Bye now. If you've been impacted by a true crime and would like your story told in your own words, or if you or someone you know has been wrongfully convicted or accused of a crime, please write to crimeandcourtchannel@gmail.com and tell us your real true crime encounters. Thanks for watching.